Oh. Happy boys. Hey, good. Oh. Oh. Some of that smile. Oh, there it is. There's a smile. I just got back from an adventure with my boys. We drove all the way to Mount Dora, which is basically like the northwest part of Orlando. I'm not sure if it's part of Orlando. Drove all the way to Mount Dora for a marketplace meetup. I met a really cool guy who honestly unveiled a lot of different monstera species that I've never even heard of before. And he gave me a really good deal on top of what I had originally planned on getting from him anyways. Anyways, Austin, if you're watching this, thank you again for all the plants and your recommendations. This is actually why I decided to do my 2-hour driving adventure today. This is the monstera Sirana or Sirana. When this gets mature, it grows these really deep and elongated fenestrations. It just looks very elegant in my opinion. So I'm really excited to watch this size up. I'll put this on like either a cedar plank or a moss pole, though I'm trying to not use so many moss poles in my collection. So yeah. Also threw in some other plants in the mix. So this is a monstera adansonii Indonesian mint. I'll try to insert some B-roll of these plants, but I have a European mint and an Aurea adansonii, so I'm really excited to grow this one out. This one grows more elongated and narrow, very like deformed looking leaves, but it's honestly really cool. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one and to propagate this. I sent him a message on Facebook to see if he could ID them because I kind of forgot what the other ones were. But this one, I believe, is the Monstera Ario pinnata. It has these cool textured leaves, which I really, really like. And I honestly don't know what this looks like when it's mature, so I'm excited to look that up, and I'll insert a picture somewhere here. This next one is a smaller cutting. I believe he said it was the Monstera banta. I'll clarify with him before, but this one also has some cool textured leaves. Don't know much about this, but I'm excited to learn more about it. This one is the Monstera gracilis. I think it stays this smaller size, and it grows like a vining pattern, if I'm not mistaken. I'll correct myself when I look it up later, but excited. He also recommended this nature preserve that was really nice and peaceful. I wasn't able to walk that far because I just did physical therapy this morning, so my ankle was hurting a lot. But the pups really appreciated being able to exercise and stretch out their legs and do their little bathroom business. He also recommended Equigenera, which is a local nursery. I believe they're technically based in Apopka, but it was not too far from where we were. I also mentioned in a previous video that I am on a plant ban and my goal was 6 months. But the Sirana was on my wish list for a long time. But also, it was a 2-hour adventure, so could I really come back empty-handed? Plus, there's bigger things than me breaking my plant ban anyways. Like, for example, the Dow. The Dow is over 50,000. Did you know that? Anyways, I ended up getting these 2 anthurium. This is an anthurium decipiens. I've never heard of it before, but this was in the last act section in the nursery, so this was 20 bucks, and it looked pretty healthy. I was in love with this leaf shape. I don't have any anthuriums with this, with these floppy ears. I don't know how to... I'm still very beginner when it comes to anthurium, but this leaf shape really caught my eye, so I looked it up on Google Images while I was there, and the mature form looked so beautiful, and I'll insert another picture of like the mature form over here. But yeah, this is Anthurium decipiens. And this last one I'm very excited about. This is the Queen Anthurium warocqueanum, I think it's pronounced. But yeah, this was a steal in my opinion. It has one leaf, but there is an emergent forming right now. This was 20 bucks. I looked up the prices on Google. Like seedlings were going for 20 bucks and like more established plants were much more expensive. So getting this for 20 bucks was a no-brainer for me. I'm really excited to grow this one out. Now with these new plants in mind, I did have a lot of plants die outside from the freezing temperatures. And I also have a few plants, not a few, but I am actively working on downsizing my collection, and I have 2 boxes of plants at the front door that are going to some of my friends. So with that being said, the dead plants and the plants I'm giving away kind of justify me bringing home plants that I am excited to take care of. Anyways, I think that's it for this vlog. Later tonight, Chance and I are going to go to BWH, Bros with Hose, to their Valentine's event, I think it's the Soilmate Soiree, and then we're going to dinner. Anyways, thanks again for joining me on my adventure today with the pups. They are currently sleeping. Yeah, thanks for being here with me, and see you in the next one.